Good afternoon. It is April the 21st, 2017. Time to recap our trading in today's markets and take a look at the Globex session Sunday night in the AM. We'll start with our customary disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. A mouthful. We came in today wanting to sell the 59.58 area. Then after this spill, we lowered that to the 55 area. Beautiful trade up here, retest failure, triple top. This S got you short at 54.50. That was a winning trade. This S, a winning trade. Another retest failure on a 2-bar basis, and over there with a failed auction, a winning trade. This B ends up as a scratch. The trade of the day was the mean green trade right here. Big trade, nice winner. And either of these two trades were positive. Another mean green trade, positive. This buy takes you up. Another mean green trade, another positive trade. Our whole key today was which side of 23.50 would we trade on, and we felt that if we could stay below 23.50, that the market would be a sell. Looking at what's coming for the Globex session Monday morning. We have an inside day right here. That means trading range. And we don't have a lot of news on Monday to trade the market. So it's going to be the French elections on Sunday, where Macron and Le Pen are expected to be the winners, and they'll have the runoff on May the 7th. Looking at the F2 screen on the E-mini. And you can see the selling that we got in early up here. This is a tough profile to read. Everybody looks and say, well, that's a P. When you really have doubt and you have a hard time doing it, you go inside the congestion area right here, and it looks like a B in the congestion area. So we'll make the B call. We're going to sell 49s to 51, sell 1. 54 to 56, sell 2. We have stops below 40, so we'll make 39.41, buy 1. And then all of this support that we have down here, we're going to guess we're going to make 34.36, buy 2. And without the news, I think the French election is already built into the market. The important one comes on May the 7th, and if Le Pen wins that, it will have bigger impact on the markets than if she wins. She's expected to come in number 2 on Sunday, so I don't think that election will have a lot, unless it's just, she breaks out in that 35 or 40% with the terrorist attack that took place Thursday night. Looking at the note, yesterday we had the tips auction, and everybody said it looked like reinflation was coming back in. That was oversubscribed. We have an inside day on the F1 screen. That would imply or suggest that we're going to have a trading range with no news on Monday. That could very well be the case. Again, we're seeing lower highs right here, and we definitely have a B pattern. So this market is trying to sell. What held us up today was option expiration. Yesterday we forecasted the market would close at 126 even. It closed at 126.02. Came down after that. So we have a B right here, so we'll make 25.29, buy 1. And the idea, we do have a trading range come Monday, and 17 to 21, buy 2. On the sell side, 3 to 7, pretty much where we were today. then 11 to 15 for sell 2. Hope everybody had a good week and is looking forward to their weekends. We've got storms and another cool weekend, but I think the threat of frost is finally behind us. North of us that won't be the case, but spring is springing. We're getting a lot of moisture. Only 15% of the Kansas wheat crop is rated as poor. A lot of times we come this time of year and we'll have 40% of the crop rated as poor. So the wheat crop is going to look pretty good. Okay, looking at the 30-year bond, similar situation. Market was coming down. We had guessed that the close would be 4 to 8 at the end of the day session. We went out at 154.05, and the market was contained today by option expiration. Put this all together, though, it's definitely a B, and the market's trying to trade lower. So our first band of support is 24.28. Picking up this area down here, 13 to 17 is buy 1, and then 1 to 5 is buy 2. We're giving it some room on the downside. If the E-mini sells, we won't be able to get to those numbers. On the sell side, 54.04 to 8 is number 1, so 11 to 15 is sell 1, and 19 to 23 is sell 2. So we're leaning to the short side of the market as long as the bottom doesn't come out of the E-mini. Looking at gold. Gold's kind of trading a little bit different. It doesn't go lockstep opposite what the E-mini is doing. So it's not as easy to predict as the bonds are. So trying to trade higher, we're just right here in the congestion area, as you see. Definitely working with a P, so I think the target is stops over 113 even. And when we do separate out the day session, we wanted to sell 88s to 90s, and we wanted to buy 80s to 82. We caught gold really, really well. So I don't see anything wrong with that. We'll maybe move it up 89 to 91, sell 1. 94, 96, sell 2. On the buy side, 82, 84, buy 1. And then we'll make 78 to 80, buy 2. A little more aggressive on the buy side. Given everything that's going on in the world and the chance for a blow up, it's hard to see people getting rid of their gold. I can see day trade shorts, but I just think that things are too risky for the average bear to give up his gold in this day and age. North Korea, Syria, the Middle East, Iran, Iraq. Looks like the China deal has been tamped down a little bit, but that could come back up quickly. Crude oil just got slammed again. Look at this. 53 to 49.50. That's $3.50 in 3 days. That's a big runoff. So F1 says find a place to sell it. Okay, usually when we have a day like this, we get a pause day on Monday. And you can see we had a heavy selling the other day, and we did get a pause day right through here. So where is resistance? That's where people will be looking for it. So 49, 75, 50. I think 50 is resistance, so selling against 50 would be a good trade. Don't be surprised if OPEC comes out and says something positive about the market this weekend. That's their job, to support oil prices rhetorically. Looking for a pause day, maybe a little lower. 49, 49 and a quarter by 1. 48.50, 48.75 by 2. And the euro. If PEN comes in with greater than 30% of the vote, I think the euro will suffer a little bit. The big election's May the 7th, though. So lower high, lower low, and there's pretty clean breakdown here, basically at 107. So it came back quite a bit during the day. And looking at, you can see how square the distribution was, and then late in the day it comes up. So again, if Le Pen, if we get Macron gets 25 and Le Pen gets 23 and the other two get right around 20%, probably in a trading range with a seller at 107.75, 108 where we have been. Definitely a buyer below 107.25. We had the breakout here at 41, so 30 to 40 will be buy 1, and then 107 even, 107.10 buy 2. On the sell side, 107.65 to 75 sell 1, 107.95, 108.05 sell 2. That'll do it for this April the 21st, 2017. I will see y'all bright and early Monday morning. Wishing you a great weekend.